Now, should you invest in farmlands? A couple of real estate companies that are dealing in residential development are also investing in agriculture and also farmlands. Now, I've also discussed with a lot of investors who are big investors in residential development and as well are big investors in agriculture and farming too. But looking at all the insecurities in Nigeria right now, and are there really opportunities? Are there still opportunities in farming, in agriculture, in farmlands? Should you really invest in farmlands? So in case you are coming across a video like this for the first time, please meet the Property channel, and this will discuss everything real estate. For those who want to start investing in real estate, for first-time investors, for avid investors, we share tips, guides, warning, advice, where to invest, what to invest, the return on investment, the risk you should be expecting, and all you need to know. So after watching this particular guide, I also advise you go to our video page. There are so many topics about Lekki, Ikate, Ikoyi, Eleko, Ekpe, Ikorodu, Ibejuleki that I've already covered. Mowe, you are definitely going to learn a lot. So should you also be investing in farmlands? Now, with over 200 million population in Nigeria entirely and over 15 million people in Lagos, definitely we have a thriving market, an open market for agriculture, because food is a necessity. We have to feed over 200 million people and we have to feed over 15 million people in Lagos. So we have a heavy demand, an extremely heavy demand for agricultural products and also for food. And considering how extremely commercialized Lagos have become, and most of the urban cities in each regions, Port-Harcourt, Enugu, Owerri, Calabar, Abuja, Kano, most of these cities have become extremely commercialized, which means that the food that most of these urban cities depends on are from the rural areas. Most of what we are eating in Lagos are being brought from Ibadan, Iseyin, Shaki, Ilorin, and also from the north. So it creates an extremely open opportunity for investing in agriculture, both cash crops and livestock. Now, the Nigerian security is well known, both in the southeast, the southwest, the south-south, the north. We just have different security challenges in all these parts. Now, there is a lot to make in agriculture. The return on investment is really very massive. The potential in Nigerian agriculture is also very massive. Now, because there is so much profit to be made, there is so much return to be made, is because there is also a very high risk on that investment too. A lot can happen to your farm. Bandits are there, Fulani herdsmen is there. The fact that you have to move your produce from the rural area to the urban areas is there too. Bad roads, and a lot of things can happen to the products on transit also. That's also there. The fact that we have bad power supply for you to preserve most of what you are producing in your farm is also there. And now, if you want to get steady power supply, you have to spend on diesel, you have to spend on solar. That's an extra cost on your investments. But the fact is, you can still do farming and get extremely profitable. 70% of the farmlands, if not even 90% of the farmlands in Ogun State right now, are being bought by Chinese. These people, they no longer buy acres, they buy hectares. And the funny thing is, most of the produce that they get from their farmlands here in Nigeria, they don't even sell it in our markets. They don't sell it in our Nigerian market, they export it. Most of the like 80% of the farm produce they get on our land, they are doing on our land, they export it. So the Chinese are really investing big in our agriculture here. So the fact that they are investing that big in agriculture here means that there are opportunities there. Definitely there are problems and challenges there, but I don't really like talking about challenges. I like talking about returns. I like talking about money. I like talking about how you can tap into opportunities. Now, there are companies that have farmlands, organized farmlands, farm park, different West Agro, just although some of them are not reliable. Trust me, some of these companies that do agro investments, 70% of them are not reliable. I've tried, I have a personal experience that I regret with one of them. So some of them are not reliable. So, but there are opportunities in getting farms, apart from you investing with some of these agro companies. You can also get farms in their farming estates. Buy 10 acres, 5 acres in their farming estates that is fenced around. They have their general security there, where you can be doing your livestock farming, or you can be doing your cash crops. There are so many cash crops that you can do and you can invest in. Now, residential development will always sell because we have this huge population that needs a place to stay. But farmlands and farming will never also be out of the market, because people will eat first before they think about where to stay. It's better that I've eaten, that is already belly food, that I will think about, okay, I want to get a house, I want to buy a house, I want to buy land. So there are so many opportunities also in the farming sector, and you don't even really have to farm. That means you don't even really have to buy the land or have to be the one doing the poultry or the fishery or something. You can invest in other part of the processes. You can invest in processing. So for example, the people, you can leave the fishery and the pond to other people. All what you do is buy from them and smoke, package. That's just what you do. Processing. For plantain, there can be farmers that are planting it. You just buy from them and you process into plantain chips, plantain flour, or any other thing. So you can also invest in processing. You can invest in transportation. You can invest in preservation. So there are so many. You can even invest in exporting, buying it here and then taking it to the market over there. So there are so many other opportunities that are there, but farmland is very, very good to invest. Particularly, they are cheap. If you go to Iseyin, Shaki, some part of Ode in Ogun State, some part of Ilago in Ogun State, you are going to get acres less than 1 million. Acres less than 1 million. Farmlands less than 1 million, get acres. So it makes a lot of sense. 10 years ago, people that are buying Ekpe were buying it for farming. And they bought most of the land, acres, they bought it 400k, 500k. The same land that are selling now, acres, 9 million, 12 million. Them that bought it 10 years ago, 15 years ago for farming, 400k, 300k, acres. So that's just it. The population will always move there, definitely, but you can still get it very early right now, and you can still get to do things there. So farmland makes a lot of sense to invest. And remember, you don't just have to think about investing in the farming, like doing the dirty work. There are so many other parts of the processes where you can put in yourself. I love the processing part. If I'm going to go into farming, I'm not going to farm. I'm not going to buy any farm. The only thing I'm just going to look at is find acres of land somewhere, set up an alternative power source and involve in processing and packaging. That's all. That's what I do. The farmers can be the one handling the mortality rate and all those whatever, farm foods and all those whatever. You don't concern me. Rain on for. All I just want to do is processing and packaging. So you can also do that, processing and packaging. There are also people that are also handling the exporting, carry all the things we produce here, take it to the available market over there and make their a lot of money too. So farmlands make a lot of sense for you to invest. You can get acres of land, very, very cheap, very, very affordable. You can also do the dirty work, be into the poultry, be into the fish farming, cash crops, piggery, and snail farming. Just name it. There are so many opportunities. I don't want this farming industry to only be occupied by foreigners. Now sometimes I'll be talking to investors and they'll be like, the governments are bad, they are just allowing only the foreigners to buy the land. It's not their fault. When we tell Nigerians to come and buy, they'll give you more than 100 reasons not to buy. Then these foreigners are coming, they don't care about the 100 reasons that you listed. Bandits, Fulani, Kiniko, no light, no road. They don't care. They go there, buy it, fence it entire, and fence it round, put electric barbed wires, put security guards there with guns, get it, put everything they need inside there, do the road down from where their farm is down to the road, put electric poles down to the road, and they are fine. They start doing their business there. But when you tell Nigerians to invest, they give you every reason not to. So why shouldn't people be selling their land to the Chinese for farming? So we really have to look at that. We really need to do more in terms of also going to these farmlands, all these locations where there are still affordable acres where you can buy for farmlands. Even if you are not farming there, just be processing, preservation. Just there are so many opportunities there. So investing in farmland make a lot of sense. I don't have any farming experience, so I'm a realtor. Now land that is sell. All right, so if you have enjoyed this video, can you give us a thumb like? If you have also what you like to share with us, maybe you have invested in farm before, you've invested in any of these farming companies, you are currently running a farm, I would like you to also share your experience with us. You don't know, someone might just want to venture in the same thing you have already been doing, so your experience might really pay a lot for someone. So I'll appreciate it if you have been doing anything farming, doing anything agriculture, doing anything agricultural investment. I will be really glad if you can share your experience with us in the comments below. So thanks once again, thanks for your time, thanks for the encouragement. See you next time.